What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be going over the factions add-on. So let's check this out. So this is now released up to version 4 we're on now. So we're going to create a test world for the faction system, and we're going to be defining, just showing how it works, showing what you can do with it, and all the possibilities it has. So we're going to enable cheats, make sure I have all this stuff on. We're going to put the factions pack on. You'll download that in the description. Then we're going to put the experimentals on. So we're going to turn all these on. Make sure to have them all on. Okay. Once we have them all that's on, we're good to create a world. Okay, so once the world's loaded up, you probably don't notice any differences. So why is my skin like this? So there's actually no differences that you can see off the bat. But once we say anything in chat, you can see we automatically have chat ranks enabled. So chat ranks always becomes a default in all of my add-ons, but chat ranks is in this add-on too. So now we're going to be going to the help page. So if we just type -help, we can see all the available commands in this add-on. So if we do help 2, it shows the rest of them. So you can see all these faction commands are available for you to use. So what we're going to be doing is going -F, and we're going to do create. So -F creates as a faction. You can also do faction, or you can keep just -F, because F is an alias for faction. So we're going to do -F create, and let's say smelly. So there we go. We created a faction smelly. So to make sure it's working, we're going to do -F info, and you can see Smelly's faction info. So this will pop up your player's info. If you want to pop up someone else's info, you can do a name after that, and that will pop up another player's info. Since the player's not in the game, it's not going to do anything. So -F info works as it should, and you can see that as soon as we just do that, everything is already completely set up, and we didn't have to do anything in the game. So let's check out the rest of them. So obviously you're going to need to invite your players to a faction. So that is straight covered by the -faction invite. So if we check that out, if we go dash in here, we can see -faction invite and player. So -faction invite is going to invite a player to your faction. So how I'm going to test that is I'm going to get an alt account onto the world. So let's get my alt account to join, and we're going to do -F invite smell of curry 2, and you can see faction invite sent to smelly curry 2. So now once I go into my alt account, I'm going to be typing in chat -F accept. So I'm typing -F accept on my alt account screen, and it says, it spits back a message, you have joined faction smelly successfully. So now if we do -F info, we can see there's now a new player in our faction. There we go. So we can see that there's now a new player listed in our faction. So perfect. So now we have Smelly Curry and Smelly Curry 2 both in the same faction. So you can see in these details, we can see a role. And a role is very important because it changes the permissions of you being able to mine in your claim, you being able to kick players, invite players, do all this stuff. So if you want detailed permission lists, make sure to go into the description of the video. But so what we're going to be going through first is promoting. So if you want this player to be able to do anything in your faction, so as in inviting other players, kicking other players, doing anything of that sort, you're going to want to have them promoted to a operator. I think it's that. So we're going to dash promote, and then we're going to specify the name. So smell of curry 2. So you can see now it's promoted Smelly Curry 2 from member to officer. So if we try to promote him again, it's not going to let us do it. A member can only be promoted to an officer, and an officer can only be demoted to a member. So you cannot change the ownership of a faction. So with this, we can also do demote. So simply dash promote, change that to demote. Okay, demoted. But we're going to keep that player back to a officer. Okay, so now we have, if we do -F info, we can see we have 2 members, 1 owner, 1 officer. So let's check out claims. So what we do is we're going to be typing dash help. So you can see, if we do dash help too, we can see the help pages. So let's check out dash f map. So dash f map is going to generate us a map showing all the available claims around us. So you can see there's no claims that have been made. But if we create a claim, as in dash f claim, you can see we have successfully claimed chunk at -11, 0, viewed on the map of dash action map. So we have now entered Smelly's claim because this claim is now ours. So obviously we can do everything that you should be able to do. So if we try to break, build, or do anything in the claim, it all lets us. So we're allowed to do everything in the claim. But let's say we are not in that faction. So if we do dash F delete, we are going to be leaving the faction. So you can see I've just left the faction. And now that also, this claim has now been deleted too. So that faction and the claims get deleted when a faction gets deleted. So if we do dash F info, you can see I'm not in a faction. If we do dash F invite smell of curry 2, you can see they're not in a faction. So now we're going to be joining back into a faction. So dash F F create bino. So do that, and then we're going to do dash F invite, just like how we did before, smell of curry 2. So invite them back to the faction. I'm going to accept it back on their screen. So dash F accept. There we go. So they have now joined our faction. Let's make sure. Okay, player's now in our faction. So now you can see that a player is in our faction. So if we go claim this area, so dash F claim, you can see we have claimed this area, and I can build, break, do anything. So now if I get my alt account to come over here, so I'm gonna be walking, we can see they're trying to come into our claim. So now they've just entered our claim. You can see they're able to build, break, do whatever they want. But if we kick this player, so dash F kick, smell of curry 2, you can see the player's now been kicked from the faction. So you can see in right here, if a player tries to do anything, it automatically gets deleted. Their action gets removed, and they're not allowed to complete the action that they've tried to do. So you can see any action they try to do, it just gets set back. So they can't place either. You can see when they try to place, it doesn't work. When they try to break blocks, it doesn't work. And that also works even when they're not in the claim. So you can see if I go out here, I've reached outside the claim. So the player's not in our claim anymore. But when they try to break blocks over here, you can see it works. When they try to break blocks over here, though, or if we break inside the claim, I don't know where the claim is. Where's the claim? Okay, there you go. So if we break blocks in the claim, you can see that it does not work. You can't break blocks into a claim, even if you're not actually in it. So you can see just how cool this faction system claim is. And also, any player can go and view this faction on the map. So if they do dash F map, we can see that there's a faction bino at this coordinate. So that is very, very cool. So it maps all the claims in a surrounding location. So let's say I also want to claim claim right adjacent to this. So we're going to do dash F claim, and you can see we've claimed another one. And so now if we go outside of this claim, we do dash F map, you can see there's now 2 claims. What if we want to claim this one too? Okay, you can see we have claimed the claim. So if we do dash F info, you can see I have 1 power value. So why I actually have 1 and not 10 is because you gain power over how long you play in the game. So power builds up during your play length. So you can see it's at 1 right now. If I didn't have that building up, it would just be at 0. So if I do dash claim again, or if I get outside of a claim, you can see we cannot claim anywhere, because you cannot claim chunk because you don't have the required faction power to create a claim. You have 1 power, 5 power is required. So your faction needs 5 power to be able to claim any surrounding areas. But if a faction's power goes below 0, you are allowed to claim their land. So how would it be possible though? So when a player gets killed in the faction, they lose power. So if Smelly Curry 2 is in my faction, I kill him, it won't do anything. But if some external player from a different faction, or not even in a faction, goes and kills a player in my faction will lose 2 power. Because every time a player gets killed in your faction automatically loses 2 power. So there's a big downside of just adding tons of players to your faction. So obviously you don't want everyone and their mom to be in your faction, because although it does give you power when they join, if they die, you lose all that power. So how you want to gain power is just having players in your faction, and you're having people sit there over time. So as people play, as people mine resources, craft, do all that stuff, they're automatically gaining power over time. So I don't know if we've actually abundant. Oh, so you can see we have actually gained 2 power over that span of time. So you can see that just sitting here doing nothing gains you power over time. And if you get enough power, you're able to claim land. And if you lose enough power, if you go below 0, other players can take over your claims in your land. So that is very, very cool. And we still have a lot more to cover. So if we do -F or help, or -help, you can see we have all the available help commands. So we have gone over accept, cancel, claim, create, delete. Cancel is just when you want to cancel an invite request. So we're going to go on to help 2. You can see we have demote, which we went over, deposit, which is a new thing, info, invite, kick. Oh, shoot. Okay. Info, invite, kick, leave, map, promote, top, and withdraw. So if we do -F map, oh, not map, -F top, you can see it lists the top factions by power. So faction Bino is number 1 because it has a power of 4. There isn't any other factions made, so it's just going to show that top 1. But let's say we want to start using the faction bank. So the faction bank is really cool because it allows you to have a shared currency between all the members in the faction. So what's really cool about this is we can create a scoreboard. So by default, the scoreboard won't be created. You need to create it yourself. So if the scoreboard isn't created, it's just going to leave it default and you can't add any money. So scoreboard players add money, dummy. So now if we do to -F deposit, we're going to try to deposit $100. So you can see you try to deposit $100, but you only have $0. Please specify a lower number. So what happens is because we do not have enough money to deposit any money. So how we get that money is we do / scoreboard players add as money 100. So now we are able to deposit $100 into my bank. So if we do -F info or -F info, you can see that the bank value is now at 100. So if we try to deposit again, it will not let us because we don't have any more money. But you can see that bank value is now 100. And let's say we just want to withdraw that money back out of the thing. Okay? And now you can see the bank value is now 100. The bank value is now 0, but we also have no more money in the bank. So what's really cool about this is you can have a shared currency between all the members in your faction. This is really, really cool because it allows faction members to have a team system. And let's say you have you want to make each member deposit $100 every day into your bank, so it lets you buy stuff in your world. So this is very, very cool, and it is a very, very good addition to the faction system. And I think that is pretty much it for this faction system. So if we go to help page 2, you can see we have some kick commands, faction leave, which allows player to leave. If you're the owner, you won't be allowed to leave though. And then you have info and all the rest of those. So if you remember what these are, it just tells us the version, tells us a test command, and you can see this command was used. So the current simulation version 2.0. So that is going to be it of this video, and that is going to conclude the faction add-on version 4. So if you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and if you're watching this before we hit 4K subscribers, thank you so much, because this will be released to everyone once we reach 4K subscribers. Right now, it is just released to my add-on creators. So those are the people who have joined the channel and are paying a monthly subscription of only $2 a month. Joining the channel is really beneficial to me because it does take me a lot of time to create these add-ons, and it does help when you guys join the channel. So that's gonna be the end of the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.